Ferox Wolf uses W on the Nautilus! What? Ferox Wolf, what are you doing? What is up, Blue Otter family? It's Yanni, it's Shibby, your Blue Otter Masters casters, and we're here with a little bit more content today. Is Shibby, I believe you've hand-selected some clips for plays and throws of the week.
Yeah, so here we've got, just going through the plays and throws of the week. It would be easy to kind of go through IBS and Gold and find those out, but I think predominantly and primarily here, we've got throws and plays from BOL Masters and BOL Diamond. There might be, I think, a Gold or IBS clip here, but majority of the clips here are either from our league that we cast, the Masters cast, or the Diamond League that we have at BOL Diamond. So, you know, a little bit harder to point out and a little bit harder to find, but, you know, in these higher leagues, Yanni, throws and plays happen all the time.
Yeah, they're synonymous with each other, right? You try to make a play, and it ends up being a throw. And our first one here, it looks like we got Hypnotic Vice on the blue side against Shadow Wizard Money Gang on the red side. So interested to see what happens in this clip as we're 10 minutes into the game, and it's a really tight game, Shibby.
Yeah, and I think you will remember this. You will, once we get into this, once you see what's about to happen, you'll know exactly. But let's play the clip in its entirety. There won't be any sound, guys, so you'll just have to see it like that. But we'll just watch as this clip happens.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Has the memories come in yet?
It's so back. I actually didn't recognize this clip at first. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. They just, like, try to make the play. Oh. Yeah, Sayles just dominated that fight, by the way.
And so Yanni, can you guess whether this is a throw or a play of the week? What do you think this is? It's a throw. Why
not both?
Yeah.
Why not both? Right? It's all right. So here's why it can't be a throw. I don't think.
I think it is a throw. I think it's a throw from.
They were down 200 gold. It literally cannot be a throw. It can't be a throw. They were down in gold, man. That's a play out of Hypnotic Vice.
Could be a play. So let's just look at the setup. I want to freeze frame it. Like, all right, so they're doing Baron, right? Or sorry, Herald. They're doing Herald here. Not a bad play inherently, right? You have like map control, stuff like that. But I think the key thing to note is that when you're looking at it, right? If you look, your Braum is level 5, right? To your Nautilus level 6. Ari doesn't have ulti. I don't know if you can see me drawing on this. Ari,
I can't see the drawing, but I can see you circling it. Yeah. Not only that, but Ari also doesn't have any mana.
Yep, Ari has no mana.
No teleport either, so like you can't make this play.
Yeah, it's really difficult to make this play. Also, you've got a Renekton with an ulti. You've obviously got Hypnotic Viper, the Maokai with an ulti. And then just look at what's happening flank-wise, right? So you've got Renekton coming here. You've got Yone coming from the backside here. And then you've also have Nautilus and Maokai frontlining, right? So at that point, either it's so crazy because red team is either thinking they can just burst the Herald down, which is true. They actually, I think, end up getting the Herald.
Worth.
But
Hashtag worth.
But the ensuing fight, especially like you said, Ari no mana. They're not really prepped for this fight. Your Braum doesn't have the key disengage tool needed as well, right? His Braum ulti. Renekton and Yone are just thriving in this fight here, right? Super close range, super close quarters. And we just see like they're just setting up, like, look how patient Hypnotic Vice is here too. Like they know, oh, we're gonna win this fight. And the moment that Maokai Ultimates gets popped, it's just unfortunate that Adroit Unbound also gets hit by the Nautilus hook.
Oh, yeah. Do you know that one's landing flush right there?
Yeah, and it's so sad because he can't do anything, and then it's over.
Yeah, and I think one of the big issues is, if you want to go back just a little bit to the pre-fight setup, is that typically when you're fighting around this objective, I'm going to throw on my color hat for a little bit. You want to seal off the two entrances where the Nautilus and the Maokai are right there. And Adroit Unbound doesn't do that, right? So you need somebody to at least try to seal that off, cause a problem, you know, don't let the Nautilus get all the way in there, right? But their defense is leaky because they just play back. They allow Hypnotic Vice to come to them instead of, you know, putting two people in positions there, right? Because Mask, you can put him in front of that Maokai right there. You can slow him up, you can stun him up, and, you know, at least keep him farther away from the fight. Oh, and also when that ultimate comes through, if Braum's the first one to get hit, that means nobody else, there's, you know, 100% that if you line yourself up behind the Braum, you're not going to get hit.
Yeah.
And they let Hypnotic Vice walk in.
So in my opinion, a throw. Yanni, you could discuss. Technically, it's not a throw. They were down 200 gold.
That's got to be a play by Hypnotic Vice.
So now we're gonna move on to another clip that I selected. You know, pre-context, obviously Hypnotic Vice is up like 7,000 gold. It's actually from the same game, but I do still think
from the same game.
I do actually think this is a really clean play. Specifically from 2916, and you'll see why. You'll easily see why. So Dragon Fight starts.
Bro, I can't even remember half these.
And so the play for me.
I remember this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And the thing that's really nice from me, and I highlighted it during the cast, but also just when you look back at it, the patience from 2916 to like just keep kiting gets Jarvan ulted. 9 out of 10 Zayas would have ulted there, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Right? Like 9 out of 10 Zayas would have just ulted there and be like, I don't like this. I don't like being inside the Cataclysm. So on.
Get me out.
Yeah, get me out.
Get me out.
Get me out, right? But the fact that he waits until the Kaisa ult comes in from Gamayasi, if he would have ulted sooner out of the Cataclysm, Gamayasi could have just waited on the ulti, ulted in after the Xayah lands, and that would have been death for 2916 in my opinion. The fact that she ults all of that and ults the damage, ults the follow-up Q, gets all that damage in and then brings the feathers back, that's what saves the play, right? Like, even though in this case, Hypnotic Vice were up 7,000 gold, this wasn't even a horrible fight from Red side here. This wasn't even a bad fight from them. It's the fact that 2916 holds on to the ultimate to guarantee him living that much longer and then gets the quadra kill. Like,
now freeze frame it right here. How did Ultimate Cars, Hypnotic Viper, and Death Victim let everybody else get on the Xayah? Like, we're talking, like, if you take a look at the fight, if you go back just a little bit, all three, look, right where you just were. All three of them were on the Dragon. And just no, Adroit Unbound has a free lane to 2916. What are we doing, guys?
So, I have another clip here prepared for you guys. And if you guys don't know, just context-wise, I've obviously handpicked all these clips. I've decided whether they're a throw or a play. This is Yanni's first time actually seeing all these clips with me while we were recording. So, you know, he's all new to this, everything like that. So he was also like determining whether it's a throw or a play. This is a throw in my book. It's a very subtle throw that kind of leads into a tornado of a fight, right? Like, oh, it's like when the guy slips on a banana peel. It's like, all right, he slips on the banana peel. It's not that big of a deal. But it's when the guy slips on the banana peel, hits the other guy carrying the food drops, the water falls all the way onto the ground, and the rest of the restaurant has just now slipped and fallen, and now you've got insurance cases. It's that kind of throw. I'm just gonna.
And then a piano falls from the sky.
Yep, exactly. It's that kind of throw, and I to me, I know when it happens, and we'll just watch the clip.
All right, let's see. All right.
Pretty standard, right? All right, so you look at it, like, I think this is Black Cats or something like that is their name. Red team, they're setting up.
Mystic Cats or something?
Yeah, Mystic Cats.
Cusco's poison taking a lot of damage. A friend Cusco's poison. Uh-oh, Here we go. Let's see this. Okay, everybody got rooted up somehow.
Everybody got rooted up?
That's unfortunate for the Ornn ultimate, that's for sure.
The fight obviously goes into the blue team's favor. It wasn't even that crazy. Like, either team was neither super far ahead, but I identified it, in my opinion. I think it was like a really big misplay. 2 big misplays happened here in the beginning.
See, I was more focused on the fact the Ornn ultimate didn't land.
He greets for the pink ward or the red ward, control ward, and he just takes, like you said, a metric ton of damage here, right? That causes the chain reaction for the rest of the team
Flesh
to just
getting hit by the Ash Arrow.
well, so he got pulled as well from the pike. But also, what do you notice here, right? The Gwen has so much pressure, right? And if you're
they could have just done nothing.
If you're red team's composition, what do you do here, right? You have a Seraphine, you've got a Maokai, you've got an Ezreal. Do you
throw saplings and you poke?
Yeah, you let blue team come into the dragon and you just poke because nobody's answering your Gwen right now. And in theory, the Ornn, you've already seen him. He's gonna have to TP to answer the Gwen, and then you have TP advantage, and then you do the fight, right? He slips on the banana, right? And then now the rest of the team's like, oh shit, what do we do?
Oh no.
Oh, like they get into a
Banana Hawk down. Banana Hawk down.
Yeah. And so look what happens.
That's a really nice Ash Arrow too.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful Ash Arrow, right?
It threaded the needle actually.
Yeah,
and then
it's a Seraphine.
I don't know how to pronounce this this Kane's name, but like
that
was a really nice play by them too, to recognize that like I get to just kill the Seraphine here.
Yep.
Oh, Rift Herald also got dropped in the mid lane too.
Rift Herald got popped.
That's really sweet.
And now Gwen has to TP.
And
it's like
and
now
Gwen has to TP. Gwen has to TP where the into the Ornn to start with.
Yeah, into a losing
but this
fight.
This is actually crazy. This fight could have gone even worse if Ornn didn't get rooted right there.
Dude,
definitely with you on that being a throw. That is a mismanagement of understanding your composition.
Yeah, and also just, I guess, dude, like I said, control words are like, support's just fiend for those things, man.
Yo,
it's not
I would have done this. I would have done the same thing right there. I'd be like, "Ooh, piece of candy." You know, just go auto attack it.
It's like, oh, let me get that gold real quick. Like, you don't even need to realistically if you're the red team.
Yeah, and it's like your jungler's like back at Scuttle Crab, and Flesh isn't even close. Like, you know, Cornstar's backing you up, but like it's an Ezreal backing you up. You know he's gonna shift away.
So for our final clip here, this is definitely a play. I actually don't know what league this is from. I actually ended up pulling this from one of the clip banks that BOL Otter has, because you can like go through, right? And you can like, oh, clips from 7 days, 30 days. I think this was a match that was like 18 days ago. So it just narrowly missed like the broadcast window, like the past broadcasts. Yeah. It's a nice play. Probably one of the better plays in from what we've been seeing. I already know who makes the play, but Yanni, I'm gonna let you watch it.
I do too.
Oh,
it says in the top left-hand corner of the screen.
Yeah. So we'll just get into it.
Okay. I mean, I know who to look for here, and I mean, yeah. Madness is doing so much work, right? Like, that's the power of Zeri. Zeri had like 25% HP, and everyone else in that fight had full HP. And he just gets to use his little pea shooter and shoot away. And you know what? That's the dream, right? Because at the beginning of this fight, the enemy team's got Ocean Soul, and like, oh no, it's totally doomed, guys. We need a miracle, right? That's your miracle right there. You put all of your resources into your Zeri and do everything you can to get that champion fed for situations like that.
9 out of 10, like most 80 carries, they're not gonna flash into the other 80 carries' face.
Oh yeah, no, almost never.
Right. Like most series, they would like kite up here, and then the Jinx just cleans up the fight. But he's like, no, you know what? I need to go in. I need to kill their DPS.
Diana over here doing the most. All right, so now we're here, right? Let's attack the the Nautilus. Ferox Wolf uses W on the Nautilus. What? Ferox Wolf, what are you doing? Run that back. Run that back, Shibby.
If I run it back, can you promise not to fucking get a heart attack?
I don't know.
Can you get?
You might need a new caster tonight, bro. All right. So like, even like UC is like, oh shit, I'm gonna die to the Zeri. Cheetos or whatever their name is, they're like, they're a support, right? You've already used your ultimate. You do have some damage. And your E will instantly root somebody, and they flash to try to get closer to the Zeri, and the Zeri just goes like right over the wall. So you're just you're just wrecked. Like, it's over. It's so over for you. Who won this game?
I don't know actually who won this game. I didn't see past because this was a clip. I don't know who won the game. I can only assume the Zeri team won because it looks like they're getting Elder after. Well, Yanni, I hope you had as much fun as I did.
I did. This was awesome. Going
through the plays and the throws. We'll probably end up doing this once again. I think having like 3 weeks worth of games and clips, is nice. But really fun. I loved going through, scrubbing through these clips. Yanni, like I said, I hope you had as much fun as I did. But I think that'll be it for us on this content piece. Any shout outs you have, Yanni, for anybody?
Shout out Blue Water League, right? Like, I mean, we get these awesome, really fun plays. I laughed, I cried, I screamed. But that just means I had a great time. And, thank you for Blue Water League because, yeah, you didn't donate these clips, but you guys made these plays some better than others. Looking at you, Ferox Wolf. But it's really great. And that's why this community is awesome.